I've missed you.
Pennywise continues to give viewers chills just by appearing on screen. The first season of the series It, Welcometoderry has concluded and proven that interest in the It universe not only hasn't faded, it has become deeper and darker. So much so that the creators are already openly discussing the possibility of a full-length third film. Over the next few minutes, we'll break down where the franchise may be headed, which narrative choices made the series noticeably more atmospheric than the films, and how its details genuinely expanded the mythology created by Stephen King. Let's start with a fact. Welcometoderry ranked among the 3 most successful launches in HBO's history, surpassed only by House of the Dragon and The Last of Us. This is especially telling because the series never relied on Pennywise as its main attraction from the outset. The first season is deliberately built around the town itself. Derry is not a backdrop or a set piece here, but a fully realized character, a living organism that has been absorbing fear, violence, and tragedy for decades. And although the project has not yet been officially renewed for a second season, given the original 3-season plan, this appears to be only a matter of time.
It's one of the big secrets in the bigger arc of this story that will be told in ideally 3 seasons.
The transition under Netflix's wing, while promising to leave current projects untouched, may still result in a prolonged approval process. Each season is conceived as a leap into a different era of Derry, toward new tragic events that fed it long before the story of the Losers Club. Most likely, these leaps will move further and further back in time.
And I charted out all the big events. The Ironworks explosion in 1908, the Bradley Gang in 35, and the Black Spot in 62.
Overall, while watching the series, it's clear that the creators invested significant effort and paid close attention to detail. As early as the first episode, it brutally eliminates characters who, by all genre conventions, should have become the main protagonists. This immediately establishes the rules of the world. In Derry, no one is safe. Pennywise appears only midway through the season, but up to that point, his presence is almost physically felt. Initially, the role of the antagonist is assumed by the town itself. Adult aggression, bursts of unprovoked cruelty, and the sense that the environment is literally pushing people toward catastrophe. The series emphasizes one of King's key ideas. Supernatural evil here is merely a reflection of human evil. This feeling is established even before the first scene, in the opening title sequence. The credits are filled with Easter eggs and function as a visual outline of Derry's history. Keene's Pharmacy alludes to Eddie's future fate. The Kitchener Iron Works recalls one of the town's old tragedies, and the visual echo of "Hi, Georgie"
Hiya, Georgie.
makes it clear that Georgie was not the first child Pennywise lured into the sewers with promises of fun. The series also unexpectedly turned out to be a connective thread linking several of Stephen King's works at once. Dick Hallorann is one of the most important characters in the show, while also being a key figure in the novels It, The Shining, and Dr. Sleep. He is shown long before the events of The Shining, not as a confident mentor, but as a man who is afraid of his own gift.
This thing I got when I was little, let me see things.
What kind of things?
Dead ones.
His ability, Shining, functions chaotically and makes him especially sensitive to the evil of Derry, yet gives him no real means to resist it. Hallorann's storyline is constructed as a tragic preface, and when, in the finale, he says that he is heading off to work as a cook at a hotel,
I mean, how much trouble can a hotel be?
this detail ceases to be just a reference. It sounds like an ominous foreshadowing of his future fate.
I think a lot of things happen right here in this particular hotel over the years.
Incidentally, the actor who portrayed Hallorann noted in a recent interview that he would be open to a spin-off centered on his character.
We all know where Dick Hallorann is going in the Shining movie, as you referenced, so I think we have like at least 30 years worth of story we could tell with Dick Hallorann. Yeah, let's make the movie.
Considering that the character has effectively appeared in 3 different King adaptations, this seems more than possible. The season finale firmly ties the series to the films. Beverly's cameo becomes a key narrative node. The scene in the psychiatric hospital is shot as if it exists outside of time. Only at the very last moment does it become clear that this is Beverly's past, the moment of her mother's death.
You know what they say about Derry. No one who dies here ever really dies.
This trauma is what imprints the image of Mrs. Kirsch in her subconscious.
No one who dies here ever really dies.
That is why, in the film, Pennywise disguises himself as Mrs. Kirsch, to frighten Beverly with her deepest fear. In addition, as the story unfolds, it becomes clear that Marge turns out to be Richie's mother, which further strengthens the connection to the film duology. She names her son after Richie Santos, the man who sacrificed himself while saving her during the fire at the Black Spot. It's also funny that both Richies are the only characters who like to give the middle finger, effectively being references to each other. The Black Spot episode is the emotional core of the entire season. The creators have confirmed that this scene was built into the structure of the series from the very beginning. Here, the show states its position as clearly as possible. Pennywise does not create evil. He feeds on what already exists. Racist violence, fear, and human hatred become the perfect environment for him. The series also finally clarifies the origin of Pennywise's image. It is revealed that Mrs. Kirsch is the daughter of Bob Gray, a carnival clown.
Pennywise, the dancing clown!
Despite being rough, gloomy, and often drunk behind the scenes, children loved his performances. It took the form of a child, lured Bob into the woods, and killed him, claiming his appearance. Since then, the dancing clown has become the creature's preferred form, because it attracted children. The series also explains why Pennywise cannot leave Derry. An ancient tribe created a kind of invisible prison around the site where the meteorite fell. Moreover, the show goes further than the films. The creature is vulnerable not only to belief, but also to fragments of the meteorite on which it arrived.
And he looked at it almost like he was afraid.
It is known that it goes into hibernation every 27 years, but the series shows that this cycle can be disrupted. The destruction of one of the restraining pillars leads to a premature awakening. We see that during its sleep, it literally sinks into a pool of blood made from the remains of its victims. One of the most important revelations of the season concerns time. It is not bound to a timeline in the traditional sense. The series makes it clear. Pennywise doesn't just see the future, he remembers it. For him, the past, present, and future exist simultaneously.
Tomorrow, yesterday, it's all the same for little Pennywise.
Pennywise shows Marge a poster from the future about the disappearance of her not yet born son. In the finale, he directly hints that he knows about his defeat at the hands of the Losers Club. This is precisely what opens the door to an anthology format. Finally, the Turtles. They appear throughout the series. First, there is Bert, who reflects themes of the Cold War era and nuclear safety. Later, Lily is shown wearing a turtle-shaped pendant that she keeps with her. In fact, this is not just a playful detail. Maturin the Turtle is an ancient cosmic entity within Stephen King's universe. It is the opposite of it and is considered a force that balances chaos. The creators deliberately avoid introducing it directly, fearing an overload of supernatural elements. But they leave enough hints to show that the It universe is far larger than it seems, and that Pennywise is far from the only being beyond human understanding. In the end, Welcometoderry is not just a prequel. It's an expansion of the mythology that retroactively makes the original films deeper and darker. If for some reason you still haven't watched the series, you absolutely should. And for those who already have, let us know in the comments. Did you like the series' take on it, or did the writers take too many liberties with the source material?